Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Soul Land Reloaded up again today. So we got some new events up. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. As always, uh, standards under daily events, okay? Nothing new. Just make sure that you are, of course, clearing out your normal attacks. And we are moving in on the free VIP, so we're down to 7 days until we can finally take over VIP 13. Under time limited events, we have an Immortal Herb event as well as a Spirit event. So make sure that you take part in those as good as well. Now the login rewards for 2 days here. Okay, so this is Immortal Herb event. It's going to be running for a couple of days. So you want to make sure that you do grab whatever you can in here. So inside of the exchange, there's some stuff. Interestingly enough, time limited sale is where you're going to get the good stuff at. So we've got a chest here that's got your SS plus herbs in it. It's only 20, but hey, it's 20 you didn't have before. So jump in there and grab it. Of course, got some essence. Always want that. Spirit avatar advancement. Very, 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 very useful. This is overlooked by a lot of people, and it should not be. This is what enhances your avatar. Okay, that's little beastie boy right here. Okay, if you want to enhance this, you need these avatar enhancements as well as the avatar essence, but you need the stone as well too. So, and you can only get these inside of events. Okay, so you definitely want to keep an eye out for those when they do come out, and they do, of course, come out when you have the avatar event, which is not, unfortunately, very often. So when it does come out, you want to go ahead and jump on it. So make sure that you do take a look for the stones here. And as you can see, there's only 8 of them, and they're at 200 a pop. So that should let you know how rare they are. So you might want to start looking for them. I'm actually going to start looking for them inside of the next Forge event. We should be having. I had somebody ask me about this just in the comments. We should be having a Forge event sometime next week. We are due for one. Okay, so hopefully it'll be a good one, because the Forge events, they sort of like roll in items. One Forge event, they'll go heavy on avatar or shards for your triple S characters. The last one went really hard on herbs. Allowed me to complete a set of triple S herbs, which I do have on you at this particular time. So hopefully this one here will have some avatar stones in it, maybe a bulk of those. We can always hope, right? Probably not, but it'd be nice if it did. But I'm starting to look for those. So they are in here. So it's only 8, so you're looking at 1,600 diamonds. Okay. And then there's Mortal Orb Exchange, of course. And there is weekly gift bag, special sales, active wheel. Of course, you want to make sure that you're always participating in the active wheel. We've got another day for this. You don't need to wait for that to spin. You can tap it and get it real quick. So definitely want to focus on getting those spider soul cores. Very good. So I'm set to get them. Okay, so that's up. Nothing really else is going on, so it's pretty quiet in terms of extraneous events. I have completed my actual battle pass. I got to 80 as planned, and then I purchased 10 to get 90 to get this. So as you can see, I'm focusing on 6. You need 3 for the triple S character skins. I want to get a skin for Hugh if it ever pops in here, and I'm seriously considering one for either Inming or Ling Ling, but I'm sort of kind of waiting to see if they throw if they throw any of the SP character skins in here. Now these are not the legendary skins; these are epic skins. Okay, but there's still a buff attached to them, so it's still worthwhile. Okay, so just keep that in mind. The legendary skins you're gonna have to pay for, but they do. It's nice that they are offering epic skins inside of here. Okay, so keep that in mind. So I'm going to wait and see if they do pop an SP, and we're going to be knowing. We're going to be finding out here in about a week or so. There will be releasing Tang San. He is going to be the first SP character released. Okay. Now, as I've said previously, I'm really hoping that they do an event attached with him. They did an attachment with Evil Eye where you're able to get extra shards for him, so that you're able to build him and buff him up a little bit faster than normal to get him started. Not fully, of course. I'm still haven't got Evil Eye maxed out in terms of shards, but yeah. So keep that in mind. So I'm hoping that they'll have a little bit of an event with Tang San as well, and that will allow me to get him, build him, because I want Tang San in my team. He is the protagonist for the anime, so I'd like to have him in my team. And I had him in my team until just recently. If you watched the last video, you know that I took him out and has been replaced by In-Ming. In terms of that, but In-Ming, she's a little bit better. I mean, if you want to take a look at this. It's enabled me to beat some that are a little bit higher than me. Like I defeated a 34. Okay, I'm only at 30. I was at 30. I'm at 31, but I did this before I actually did my sweeps and built up some armor. So I'm up to 31 now. But I beat a 34. I beat Hell's Lust here, and defeated a 28. Defeated a 27. Defeated a 31. Eric. So having a healer in a team can be a little bit beneficial. Okay. But if you're going to take a healer, Oscar's the best healer in the game. But when you get up towards the higher levels, it's healer's not needed. The main reason that I took Ling Ling was because of the buff that she offers to attack speed and attack. Plus, she survives a little bit of survivability if it's needed in terms of the PvP, which is what we encounter inside of the slaughter arena. When you're doing your one-click sleep in there to try to clear a floor. It enabled me to beat two characters that were, one was a 34. Obviously probably doesn't have a healer in that team. So healers can give you a little bit of an extra benefit. You're going to need a healer if you're going to do PvP. Let's be realistic. While you do not need a healer for some of the PvE content, which is computer-based content, where you're fighting against a team that's been generated by the machine, it's really not needed because the way they've set these things up, you can get through them without needing a healer as long as you have a little bit of healing from within your soul bones. If you got and your items that you can get, even some hidden weapons, you get your divine tools. All of those they have items in that offer healing, hit point boosts, and things like that. So it's really not that you don't really need a healer as long as you've got some of that and you've got it leveled up and applied to your character. Because remember, a lot of the effects that those items offer, they need to be they only apply to a character that it's been applied to. So just having it, setting in your bag, it's not going to help. It has to actually be applied to a character, and then a lot of times it'll only benefit that character. But sticking an item that boosts defense on a tank is a wise. You might want to stick something that boosts his defense, or rather than it boosts his attack, simply because a tank is a tank and he's supposed to absorb damage. So you really don't need a healer for PvE content. I have not needed a healer in this story mode since forever. Okay, but when you're just starting out, you're going to need a healer. Okay, but once you get your team set up, you probably won't need to. But another thing to take into account is the fact that to level up a full team of attackers is exceedingly difficult because of the soul rings that come. The soul rings are exceedingly different, and you don't get, you only get like 1 or 2 per sweep. Okay, and consider that you need, when you start getting up there, you're needing 100 of these. So if you're only getting 1 or 2 a sweep, you need 100, and that's just for one piece, because each set breakthrough has 2 pieces that are going to need soul rings. So you need 200. You're getting 1 or 2 a pop on a 10 sweep. Yeah, as you can see, it's going to take a really long time. So it's also beneficial if you can get a little bit of an attack buff from somebody that doesn't use attack rings, which is another reason that I switched to Ling Ling. We're getting to the point where attack soul rings are you're needing right now. You're needing 186 for one. This is just for the wand. She also needs it on her boots, so that's 167 plus 167. In this case, 167 because this is only 2. So you're going to need 167 times 2 on the 3, and the 3 to 4 you're going to need 186 times 2 plus 2. So you're going to need twice as many. Okay, so doing that on 2 characters is difficult and time consuming. Doing it on 3 characters, it's even going to be more. Doing it on 4 is just downright ridiculous. It would take forever. Okay, so you just have to run soul rings over and over and over, but you can if you've got 4. But it's a lot easier if you can just, because you're going to get other rings sometimes. Therefore, by spreading it out, you spread out not only the materials, because they take different materials, and you can get other materials for other characters. So one thing that I found when I switched over to Ling Ling was I did not have to do much of anything to level her up, because I already had the materials just sitting in my bag, not being used because I was not using a support character. So keep that in mind, that it might just be a little bit easier to work on leveling up at least a tank or a support for your main team, simply to take the weight off of material requirements. Okay, because you're still going to need higher levels, but you only need 1 set, so you can build up a defense and build up a support character faster than you can just doing all 4 if you add it in there and mix it up a little bit. So it takes a little bit of weight off on the materials, because they use different materials. I mean, there are some of the materials are the same, but some of the materials are different. Okay, so for a support and for an attacker. So it's best to just try to keep your team as, you know, as light as you can in terms of attackers. So a tank is always good. A healer, if needed, or if you can get a healer such as Ling Ling, who boosts your attack and your attack speed, might be a little bit better than doing that, which is what I did. And then, of course, a couple of attackers. So that's what I'm keeping in mind. So the next character that's going out is, of course, going to be Evil Eye, simply because of the fact that the SP characters are going to be, if they hold true the way they did from the SS Plus to the Triple S characters were marginally more powerful. Marginally is better. I normally, when you get, it's usually just they're slightly better. This was not the case. I found Evil Eye to be exceedingly more powerful than the regular SS Plus characters. Not so much Wu and Tang San, because they were the last to release, so they were slightly stronger than the previous SS Plus characters, but it was still pretty much an upgrade. So I'm hoping that the SP characters will be the same. I'm hoping Tang San will be marginally better than the other Triple S characters. Not no much so as Wu. Well, Oscar's a healer. Oscar's the best healer in the game right now. He's Triple S version. He's excellent for healing. Unfortunately, that's really all he does. He does have one other skill, I believe, which buffs, but it's not a high percentage. But if you're looking for just straight healing, Oscar's the best in the game right now in terms of just straight healing. Ling Ling is excellent healer too, but she also has a lot of support. So depending on who we're looking for, you really don't need an Oscar. Okay, if you're up to the point, if you got a high level team, and Oscar's not something that you're going to need. If you want to go into strictly into PvP, yeah, Oscar might be the best bet, because he's going to give you a little bit more healing inside of PvP. But for PvE content and things like that, it's really probably not going to be needed. But you wanted a good healer, they got you a good healer. There are obviously going to be SP healers out there. We don't know who they're going to be at this particular time. But Tang San is going to be the releasement. So hopefully they'll have an event with him, which will allow us to get a bunch of shards for him, get him started, get him built up, and actually put a little bit into his divine skill as well. We'll have to see. But I assume they'll make a big event out of it since he's the first SP character that they're going to be releasing. So yeah, I assume we'll get some type of event associated with him. So that's why I'm sort of kind of waiting to see what's going to happen before I make any adjustments, because I might just be moving him into the team fairly quickly. Okay, I want to see. I got to see his kit. Got to see, is he ranged, local, combination. He's Tang San. In the anime, when he gets to his final version, he's supremely strong. I expect him to be supremely strong in his SP form. I'm surprised he's first. I was expected him to be probably towards the end of the SP characters, since the last characters for the Skyward. But yeah, we'll have to see it. But I assume he's going to be quite a bit stronger than any of the SS characters, except for probably Who, because she's just a nightmare. I'm running through. I could not get past 18.5 in the pagoda. Okay, I'm already up to 19.2, and none of these have given me problems. I hope this is set up right. It looks like it is. I do most of my stuff on the tablet, so this might not be set up right, but I doubt very seriously if it's going to make a difference. Now, I've never done this particular level before, but I shouldn't have anything. Go straight for... okay, see, we've got somebody going straight for Enming here. So you want to you want to target, if there's any beast, any one of these that focuses on a specific target, any of the minions, you want to take that out first, because it will hurt that minion. If one of these minions went for Ling Ling, it might actually do some damage, but it's difficult to tell. But it's best to just eliminate them first and then focus on the boss to prevent. The faster you kill the boss, the faster she's going to stop. She's the one that sprouts the minions. So the Spider Queen is going to continue to launch minions at you at an interval, unless you kill her. So focus everybody on her. So highlight her, focus on her, beat her down, kill her, then finish off any minions if there are, and you've got it set. Okay, beat her before she had the chance. So there, still got 31 seconds left. I couldn't even get past 18.5 with my previous teams, so there's no doubt whatsoever that this is stronger. So we're at 19.2. So let's go ahead and go to 19.3. So we got the birds. The birds are a little bit more difficult. Yeah, I think this is good. I just want to make sure I don't have a Tang San in there, and I put Ling Ling in his place. Okay, I don't think birds attack specific characters. So really all you need to do is focus on the main, the king. I'm just letting this run on auto. The only thing I do is I just focus on the king. What I'll do is I'm watching and seeing if there's anything unusual happening. It doesn't look like there's anything. They don't even have birds coming out the back side, which is good, which means Ling Ling and Hugh are going to be okay. Unfortunately, he goes into that egg, which allows him to last longer. I don't think that'll be much of a problem. I beat the previous level at 31 seconds, so I'll probably be able to do this one in about 21 seconds. No, it's going to take a lot longer than that. Might not be able to beat this one. He kills himself when he goes in that. Okay. Got it. Okay, got that. So now we're at the king here. Not going to have enough to beat this one. But as you can see, he did not die. Everybody's still alive and damaged. It's just now basically going to be focusing on getting enough damage to get to the next level. And as you can see, he's almost gone, but I've only got like 10 seconds. So I'm probably not going to have enough to hit him. It's going to be close. But, yeah, got it with 5 seconds left. This is probably going to be the max that I can do at this point. Because it took right at, 5 seconds left. So, got all the way to 19.4 with the new team, so I'm happy. Like I said, I was into middlings in the 18. I couldn't get above it. It really was not a health issue. I didn't lose anybody. I just wasn't doing enough damage. Of course, that changed when you put Hugh in the team. That immediately changed when I put it. I noticed immediately my damage output. The ones I couldn't beat full 4, I was beating them in like 10, 15 seconds. So we've got another one. Let's go ahead and check this one out here. We'll go ahead and rough up on this one, see if we lose anybody before it ends. Probably not going to beat it with 5 seconds on the previous one. And these because he's going to go for Hugh, so you want to try to target that one, send Hugh away, leave Hugh. So we've got him targeted. So we want to take out that. Okay, he's out now. You can switch back to the actual queen. Because like I said, the queen's going to keep, as long as she's alive, she's going to keep throwing out minions. And just keep an eye out for, another one of her minions who gets a target. Oh, well, actually. So I guess it's just in terms of the time. So it looks like we don't have much issue at all with the actual spider queen. We still beat that with a plenty time. So it looks like our problems is just with the birds. Right here. So we've got a first clear reward up here. So it looks like your issue is just with birds at this point. They have the birds, they have the spiders, and they have the little, I guess, turtle-like creatures. So I usually don't have much trouble with them either, but the birds seem to be the main issue. So that's what. So I've got a huge increase in my damage output with her. She's definitely something that you want to go for in terms of that. So just get her, max her out, put the best equipment that you got on her, and keep focusing on her. Make her your primary focus until you've got her to the point where she's as far as you can go. Then start working on your others. And remember, focusing on soul bones and whatnot. Soul bones can be moved. You can take it off one character and put it on another, so it's not like you're losing the materials or anything from maxing it out. It's not stuck to the character. You can just remove it and put it on another one. So it's never going to go to waste. It's the same with the Immortal Herbs. Same thing. You can move it to another character. It's same with the hidden weapons. All that stuff is removable. The only thing that is not removable is the actual armor set and the ring set, which is these right here. These 6 pieces are not removable. Okay, so you can't put them on another character. But this can be moved to another character. This can be moved to another character. And all of these can be moved to another character. So in terms of wasting materials, you're not. So keep that in mind. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. All right, so yeah, get in there. Immortal Orb event, Spirit event. Definitely want to snatch up those advancement stones. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time we drop a video. It's Kenrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.